Moving on to other stories now, according to scientists, polar bears will struggle to birth cubs and will no longer grow many of the Arctic regions they inhabit if global warming increases.
Metro Globe Network's Brilliant Shaheran has the story.
On North Landet, the second largest island of Norway's Svalbard Archipelago, scientists who annually track polar bears discover a precious sight, a female bear with her two cubs, and they're barely 2 days out of hibernation. The researchers from the Norwegian Polar Institute come here every year to monitor the health and size of the polar bear population.
The temperature of the water in the sea is in general higher than it used to be, and that doesn't change that much from year to year. So in parts of the area we work, like on the west coast of Svalbard, you very rarely see all the fjords freezing again as they used to do some decades ago.
This year, the biologists say the initial results appear to show the bears are in good health, and the ice sheets on which they depend appears to be in better shape than in recent years. But Dr. R says the long-term trend still shows the ice is melting at a faster rate than it did historically, and the winters are not replacing it.
What we think is that in the future, if you get less and less sea ice and more bears at some stage, they will start struggling and you get fewer bears again. But we may not be there yet.
If the bears are forced further north, it also means they have to exert more energy to get their hunting grounds and their food. At the moment, the Barents Sea population of approximately 3,000 bears are in good condition. It's estimated the global population is around 26,000. But according to Dr. Stephen C. M. Shrub, the chief scientist at Polar Bears International, accessibility makes it difficult to be accurate about all the bears' populations. Climate change conferences and extreme weather events around the world have highlighted the problem of global warming, and more developed countries are aiming to cut carbon emissions. He believes these cuts fall short of what's needed to save polar bear populations in the worst affected areas.
According to studies that atmospheric scientists have done, it might take 10 or 15 years for global temperatures to stabilize, and then another 10 or 15 years for the sea ice to respond to that temperature stability. So we've got our work cut out for us. The future, if we continue on the course that we're on, doesn't look good for polar bears. And we need to act quickly if we want to take advantage of the opportunity that we still have to save polar bears over much of their range.
Bears are surviving at the moment, but if they are forced to retreat to the far north, their future will not be so secure. Scientists say adults are better equipped to survive, but the outlook for future generations of cubs like this one remains uncertain.